Today, I have a box that I would like to unbox from RVA Katana. I have my unboxing tool with me. I had never purchased anything from RVA Katana, so I figured I would try buying from them and just see what the experience was like. I will say, buying from RVA Katana got me the sword shipped much quicker than the couple times I bought from Swordier. Take a look on the inside here. Oh, I opened it upside down. How awkward. I assumed the other way would be the right side since that's where the label was. Maybe you guys can guess what this is. A sword from the Hobbit. This is the sword that Thorin gets. The price seemed pretty good, so I figured why not? What was the price on this? I'm glad you're asking, because I definitely have an answer. $350 sounds about right when you come to and with shipping and handling. Here is the sword. This is actually thinner. The belly of the sword, which is the thickest part of the sword, is only as big as kind of the throat of the scabbard. So that's the thinnest part of the scabbard. You'll be able to see that the scabbard is actually much thicker than the blade is. The handle seems to be made out of brass, would be my guess. I'm not quite sure what this is. This metal piece here is pinned in. The crossguard seems pretty thick. The spine of the blade is surprisingly thin. So the widest part here of the blade is for this belly area. I know some people like it because they say it gives those Falchion vibes. Surprisingly thin. This is a lot thinner than I thought it was going to be. I like the runes here. The pattern here is carved in. That looks nice. This definitely feels like it should be used two-handed, but it's very short for a two-handed sword. And the handle is short. But man, this thing is like kind of weighty, heavy. I happen to have a Falchion that I can compare it to. People who have watched the channel have probably seen this sword already. Here is my Valor Arms reverse edge Falchion. It's wider in the belly, and this feels so much more nimble. It's crazy. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is where the blades begin. The Orcrist sword is not that much bigger, but is substantially heavier. I suspect that is because whatever this guard and hilt are made out of, like, look how chunky that is. But right now this feels heavy. This feels like a heavy one-handed sword that you could potentially use in two hands. Let's do a initial sharpness test out of the box. I mean, it cuts. Yeah, okay. Comes decently sharp. Definitely serviceable for backyard cutting. It's interesting because this handle is not straight like most European swords where you have just like a straight line. This one curves a little bit. And to be honest, I wasn't sure how it was going to feel in the hand, but this actually feels pretty good. Now, one thing to note that I've noticed immediately is that this transition from here to here, this catches on my second hand a lot. Desires. I actually wish this belly swelled a little bit more, and then they'd have to change this design. This scabbard is heavy, also pretty big for the sword. Put this in here. How much rattle? I mean, you guys can probably hear that. A decent amount of rattle because there's a whole bunch of space in there. No retention. This here is the size of the belly of the sword. And so they wanted to have the scabbard have the same profile as the actual sword. So they made this way bigger. So this is not particularly well fitted. Maybe you guys can see that. You can still see some of the blade showing.